The new CX-5 Mazda was already presented at our channel, and based on number of clicks, you obviously liked it. Victor and I liked it as well. Actually, Victor said that it's a really Japanese BMW. And if I must work instead of Victor, I specifically want the red color. Isn't it great?
I didn't see it in person, but this Soul Crystal Red is really pretty. But color isn't everything. A couple of years ago, I was surprised by how good its smaller sister, the CX-3, looked, and thought they couldn't do it with a bigger car. The more space and the bigger it is, the more boxy it becomes. But the CX-5 proved me wrong. It's fantastic. The interior is typical Mazda. You can find all of its parts like the instruments and steering wheel in the other models. Auxiliary, USB connectors, as well as SD card slots have been hidden in the glove compartment. One of the few things not seeing an update is the infotainment system. I can hardly fault it, as it's perfectly functional and works great, but it's been a while and it got a little bit boring now. The test model was equipped with a Bose sound system. It sounds just as good, if not better, as its German competitors. The top equipment level gets you heating of the steering wheel and seats. All it needs now is cooling for those leather seats. Bright leather, red color, wood imitation, and small details make the CX-5 more prestigious than the class it represents, even though it's all about minimalism. It doesn't have thousands of electrics, ambient lighting with a full color spectrum, it even has no rear climate control. The rear seats are simpler in their design, but that's exactly why this car is so good. It has just what you need and everything done neatly and sturdily. An optional extra is a rubber mat for the boot with the CX-5 emblem. What about driving it? This one has 175 horses with all-wheel drive and an automatic gearbox. The car has no problems getting over 200 km per hour. The gearbox doesn't feature two clutches, as Mazda prefers to keep everything light. It's almost as quick as the Volkswagen DSG. Tina, what about the price?
In Slovenia, this Mazda costs a little less than 40,000 euros. Red color, which is usually not included in Revolution top equipment, costs extra 800 euros, and 200 euros is this light leather. I can already imagine kids with dirty shoes in.
No, the horror. Well, if you have kids, you can also get the black leather. I'd like to mention the steering wheel. It's very light, tuned for effortless turning at lower speeds. You get used to it very quickly, which means it's rather uncomfortable sitting down into other cars where it feels like you're trying to move stones. It drives very much like the Mazda CX. The previous CX-5 had a piece of transparent plastic onto which the heads-up display was projected. Now they seem to sell this tech to Volkswagen, as you can get it with a Passat, while Mazda now installed a proper windscreen projector system, which is really the only one you want. For just under 40,000 euros, you can buy currently one of the best SUVs on the market, with one minus, that's infotainment system. Come on Mazda, time for an update.